Lighter. Hi guys, how are you? Sorry, my voice is crazy right now. So I'm gonna mute myself, try to get the topic off. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend, okay? Hi guys, how are you? Sorry, trying to put the link up. How was you guys' week? It's good to be back here. Hint, I have a little cold. I was trying to um not come on, but I've been MIA for a while, so I don't want to miss another show, especially we're about to welcome September, the most beautiful month. One of the beautiful months in my life that I really, really love is September. One is because my daughter's birthday is shied away a week, a shy week away. I think that's what we say that. Um, but if you guys can't hear me, I apologize in advance. We'll have our panelists on shortly. Today we're talking about some heavy topic. So brace yourself. It's gonna be another very, very controversial, interesting one. Again, I'm not feeling too well. My voice is really cracking, but the show must go on, right? So let me put the banner on. You're gonna see myself duplicated on here. That's because I'm trying to set the topic and then so I have to be on my phone on here and on there. So type in the comment section where you're watching from and hi hi hi, how's your weekend going? How's life treating you, you guys? We are it's literally September, y'all. September is right here. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself, okay? Bro, I love it. Yeah, River says, bro, what's up, man? He said, shoot him. Shoot that man down. Seriously. Shoot him. Kill him. In a pit of hell fire. Andrew, you better come here. You the one suggested a heavy topic. I ain't what you better come here. Oh my god. Huh? I did? Do I want to? I'm live right now. It's the topic. Shout out to Reverse Esper. I love it. I'm already liking the comment. He said, shoot him. Ba, 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 ba. Shut a man down. We gotta shoot him down. What? My daughter, you are a dead man walking. Welcome to Let's Talk with Miss Fee. My name is Felicia. I am your host. Today, you guys, I apologize. My voice is not the best. I have been struggling and surviving with cold. I promise it's not COVID. I don't know how many COVID tests to said negative, so we're ruling it as early cold. Remember last week it was my eyes are red right now, blood red. Um, the day before yesterday, I literally slept at work, you guys. It was crazy. So many things emergency happened at work. So I had to stay and make sure things were okay. I did not sleep Thursday night, and then I apologize. My son is the one making noise in the background. Shiloh, go to daddy. So I didn't sleep, and then yesterday morning, of course, life goes on. I slept for maybe, got home by 3, slept for 2 hours, woke up, got the kids ready, had to take them to school, and then went straight back to work and got back at 7 p.m. yesterday. So I am a trooper officially, and I've been trying to sleep, and then I officially find out I have a cold. I lost my voice in every possible way. That's cool. So here I am. So you guys, I'm trying to stay consistent with y'all. So you guys stay consistent with me. All right. With that being said, with all of my mouth full of trauma, today is definitely one of the heaviest of heavy topic I think we've discussed on here, to say the least. So far, we probably will have more to come, but brace yourself tonight. It's gonna be a one that we're gonna go on a journey about this. And I'm sorry, you guys, I'm late because again, I have a cold. I was debating on it, and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So if you can't hear me, please put your volume on the highest of high so you can hear me. But I'm gonna do my best and try to probably get out of here early. Finger crossed. If everybody else comes on, I'm gonna go. But I definitely need to rest my voice. And I'm happy. Well, I'm not happy that I got a cold, but I'm happy everything happened on this 3 days weekend that I'm home. But then again, I'm on call, so am I really home? Who cares? Here we are. Okay. Let's talk about this heavy one. Let me see where everybody's at first. Let me send them a message and try to get them in here. Getting here, getting here, get in here, you guys. Share, share, share. Invite your friends. I want to give a shout out to my daughter. She is 32, you guys. I had this girl 2 years ago already. 2 good years. And ever since she came to this world, she has literally been dancing to her own beat. And I'm excited today, as tired and sleepy as I am. I try to do her photo shoot. I know I share Probably a few years ago, I shared with you guys that I try to do some decorating and things like that. So I can't wait for you guys to see what me and my husband did to do her photo shoot. I mean, she is a woman, okay? She's one going to 30. I can't believe it's 2 years. Time fly. I thought she was turning one already, but no, she's turning two. And she is a woman, I'm telling you guys. So shout out to Riley. And you are the MVP, girl. She's sleeping right now, so I can have time to do this. But happy birthday to Riley. And then I think my nephew is having his birthday too on the 20th. And shout out to my sister. Her birthday is this month too. Happy pre-birthday. So lots of birthday. I don't know what's everybody who's on this show their birthdays are. If you guys can share, I will shout you out as well. So welcome to the show. The month of September is a few hours away from here. So how are you guys doing? How is 2024? Have you reached your goal year? We don't have that much time. We're almost at the end, you guys. And to say happy pre-birthday to this show. September 29 was when I went did my first live ever, ever that I was comfortable in front of the camera to do that. So it's already been a year, and I feel like you can't tell me nothing. You cannot tell me nothing. I am the queen of live show. I'm just kidding. Just joking. But anyway, you guys, I'm just talking all these nonsense to see when these people will come on here that suggested this topic. Let me send him a message and let him get on here because I am not able to talk about this one by myself because if I talk about it, I might get in trouble with Facebook because my emotions is gonna ride on all this one. Okay, let's see where everybody's at. I'm gonna try to call them. All right. All right, guys. So the topic tonight is what would you do as a woman? Think about this. As a woman, you're married to a man, you brought your child into a home, and then your child comes to you and said, Mommy, I'm pregnant. She says, Mommy, I'm pregnant, and his dad. Dad who? Stepdad. What do you do? The reason we're talking about this is because this recently happened, and the mother was mad at the daughter. Why? It's kind of like, and you guys, this is stuff that happens in our community all day, every day. This stuff happens. This is reality. This is what we talk about on here. Things that are very uncomfortable. Things that nobody wants to talk about. Things with family. Let's leave it as that. Don't let the public know. Those things happen. It's sad. It's really, really sad that we even have to have conversation like this. this happened to someone, and I'm not really too informed about the information, but somebody who brought the topic that I would co-host, I hope he can get on here so we can discuss this. But this is a very heavy topic, and it kind of hit home a little bit, you guys. If I'm being honest, it hit home a little bit because, and I have experienced it, but um, I know someone who have experienced that. She didn't get pregnant, but I know someone who have experienced it, and it's kind of almost scary for you to talk about it, especially when you know someone who's experienced it. But this is a true story. Not to anyone that we like, and disclaimer, we're not um going to support violence, but these are topics that we want to talk about because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. I get it because it's traumatic and it's not something we want to talk about every day. But it's very important that in our community we discuss it. And study have shown the more you talk about something, the less you don't want to partake in it. So the more we talk about it and make awareness about it, it make people to really open their understanding and see what's going on. So tonight's topic, brace yourself, like I said, it's a very heavy one. Um, it hit home a little bit because I know someone who's experienced that, and not me personally, but somebody that I know who confided in me, and I'm not going to share their name, more information on here. Experience things like this. We all see this and hear about it day to day. So it's very important that we talk about it. So please share, invite your friends. Again, I have a cold, so my voice is a little cracked. I didn't want to not have the show today because I have a cold. But, oh my gosh, you guys, hold on one second. That's my You guys, that's my son. He's in the party spirit. Today we had a home photo shoot by mom and dad for Little Miss Princess. Her birthday's on Thursday, so he's still in a party spirit, and we got balloon everywhere. Is a mess, guys. It's a hot mess in here. But I put a little shrimp and did her picture for her. Yeah, so so yeah, with that being said, share the show. I'm gonna try to share the show and see where everybody's at so they can get on here. Let's get it started. We would definitely rely on you. We want to make awareness and we want to make people to understand that we're not supporting um someone being in what is it called, incest, but we want to make sure people are aware and know that these things happen. And the more you talk about it, the more you start to figure out how to solve these problems. We're not going to save the world. We're not here to reinvent the wheel, but we're here to talk about things that affect each and every individual, maybe not directly, but indirectly. And this is one of those topics that really goes around. It might not be the stepfather. It might be the stepbrother. It might not be the stepbrother. It might be the stepmother. It happens. It happens. And when this topic was brought out, I was like, yeah, we can talk about it. But I know it's going to be a heavy one. So, disclaimer, if you're someone who has experienced stuff like this and you don't want to listen to it, this topic is probably not for you. But if you do want to listen and share the show with other people so that way they can partake in it and we can be able to have a very rich discussion today or this evening, whatever the time or date is on your end. And again, I have a cold. My voice is cracking, and I am gonna try to hold on to see. Let me call everybody, see where they are, okay? And I'm gonna play a little bit of my instrumental music to see why I try to share the show. But thank you and welcome to Let's Talk with Miss Fee. But let's do that. Hey guys, I'm just sharing the show right now, okay? So go ahead and share it too. I'm about to call in my group chat, see where they at. Where they at? Where they at? Let's see. The person that brought this topic, he's gonna come on here tonight. I am not playing him. He better come here. I don't see him in the thing. So I'm gonna try to get him here. You guys, if you see intro on my thing, the show started. Yes, I am gonna come to the show. Where is he at? Where is Andrew at? Let's see. Hello, good morning, Edward. Where are you watching from? Edward is watching. Nice. Hi, Edward. You have my uncle name. My mom brother name is Edward. We call you Ed. We call you Ed. It's an American meaning. We like to do something. We like to call people short by their nickname. We're lazy. We are lazy. The American meaning want to call you Ed. Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you joining. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share it. This evening we're talking about a lot of heavy things. Heavy stuff. Disclaimer, if you're someone who is heavy hearted, hello, how are you? Someone else is watching. How's it going? Welcome to the show. You guys are here if you're new. We talk about all things social, anything that's affecting social lives, about relationships. Our goal is to build more relationships as a younger generation, and also to encourage each other and talk about things that are very uncomfortable. So, if you're someone who's experienced this topic, today we're talking about, you finding out that you're. I'm gonna pause the music for a second. Um, we're talking about things that are very heavy. So let's just say your mother, and this recently happened somewhere around the world, and that's why we want to jump on it real quick. But and we know this happened quite often, and we even want to admit or talk about it. There's a mother that her child came to her and said she's pregnant, and the child was by the husband who is not her father. It's her stepfather. And your first emotion is killing. Disclaimer: we're not insinuating anybody to cause harm or anything to anyone. But that is your first thought process. Why? But then in those incidents that we find out, the mother was absolutely upset with the daughter. So we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me call these people, see where they're at. I'm gonna call in the group chat, so I'm gonna mute myself a little bit, okay? Hi guys, sorry, I'm calling all these people, they're not answering me, so we'll see. River Sesper, you're absolutely right. I just read your statement, your comment. I mean, um, I'm just gonna jump into the since I'm here already. I'm just gonna, but again, I beg you guys, my voice is really crazy. I probably shouldn't have come on, but I didn't want to disappoint you guys and not have another show. So bear with me if you can't hear me. My throat is burning, my eyes is red, but we're going to survive. Okay, the show must go on. So Rivers Pro say, as much as the answer to this topic question may seem obvious and are straightforward, we also have to look at the role of the mother in the home. Absolutely. Why did she see a why didn't she see a warning sign? Was she careless? Are there circumstances that led to the action of the stepfather? That is some of my questions too. You just jump right to it. That is some of my questions. And as much as the answer to this is kind of personal, I guess it depends on person to person and what it is. Shout Edward. Edward said hi. Hi, Edward. How are you? Shout out to you. I am so sorry I can't say your name, but it's in Chinese. Hello. I am well, but not well. Okay. So the question is, what would you do as a mother? Your child come to you that she's pregnant, and it is the stepfather that you're married to. What do you do? It is obvious. Who is the fault? You. Blame yourself. People say it's easy. And you guys, before I even jump into it, when I hear people say you can born the child, you don't born the heart, what do you mean? What does that even mean? I don't accept that. You born the child, you do born the child. Um, if you're not a Christian, what I'm about to say might not sit well with you, but that's what the Bible says. Train up a child in a way that he or she may go, they may not depart from it. Training your child is not like corporate punishment that in our community we believe that to be. Training your child, I think we had this conversation probably a week or two ago about, disciplinary action for your kids. When you're disciplining them, you're not doing it for that moment. You're doing it that when you're absent, that they would know that, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. I know somebody has said, hey, welcome, Anna. Somebody has said, you will try to scare your kid to do the right thing in the moment. But I don't know much. I just started learning about raising children because I just have mine. I have a 4-year-old and an almost 2-year-old. So I'm learning, but before I could have kids, I remember saying so many things. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Everybody says that. But I was very intentional with that. And by August, I feel like I'm trying my best to stick to that. And it's not anything bad. It's just when you're raising your kids, yes, in African culture, it's like do or not. No, the when you're training is about is an educational moment. It's about you telling them what not to do and why you're not doing it. You owe that person every explanation to let them know why they're not doing that. So the reason I say this is kind of like, how did you train your daughter? How did you how did we get to this point? Where were you? Are you involved, or are you just one of those parents who are just parents just to be parents? Hold on one second, you guys. I'm getting a call from you. Hello? You got me on? I'm live already. Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I muted myself. I'm good. Hi, Andrew.
So,
Oh, welcome, welcome. Mute yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I had some I had some technical call it issue. My computer,
No
the
worry.
different computer are trying to sound in, so it gave me
No
some
worry.
technical issue.
It happens. That's technology for you. But
Yeah,
welcome to the show. We're talking about this very heavy topic tonight. And I told people to brace themselves. It's going to be a very interesting one.
yeah. Thank you, Anna. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Um,
Um,
okay, beautiful show, beautiful topic, and I think we have to talk about it as people
Yes.
to hear our side. See, it's very important that we discuss it. It's a very beautiful topic. But I mean, uh, I don't know how to go about it now. But what you say on the first,
yeah, I
Yeah,
can give
so,
my input and then you
okay.
guys can. Yeah. So this topic is very it's very emotional and somewhat of a very sensitive topic. The reason why is because I have actually seen a child like that before that had a child by her stepfather, But I think that when you have situations like that, you don't blame the child, you don't blame the mother, you blame the person in question, the husband or the man in question. Now, I know there are certain instances where people will say, oh, the child may have dressed seductively to maybe cause the man to be sexually attracted to them. We always have to look at when you're raising a girl, who are the kind of men you bring into your home, into your life as a woman, right? We're not saying that if your relationship is not working with your child's father, you have to stay there. Now, when you do decide to leave that man and go to another person, make sure that that person is someone that that would not do anything in your absence to your kids. There's a lot of incest, there's a lot of rape, there's a whole lot of different situations that can cause a lot of issues in marriage, right?
Mhm.
So in this type of
Thea,
situation,
yeah, Thea, I'll be
Mhm.
right back in 5 minutes.
Sure.
in this type of situation, what I would do is that once I want to marry another person, I will make sure that before I bring them around my kids is someone that I've tested, I've known the kind of person that they are. I've brought them around my family, not around my kids first, right? Get a second opinion about who they are from other people that know them, and then once you know for a fact that this is someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, you slowly introduce them to your kids just to see the kind of energy that they bring around your children. Yes, I'm upstairs. Sorry, those are my kids.
It's
You have to
okay.
be very quiet, okay? Because mommy is doing something. Shh. You have to be quiet, okay? So the second thing I would like to say is that not only do you, before you bring them into the situation, you also want to see the energy that they bring around your children, right? The relationship and how they interact with your kids. Now, n- another thing is that you also want to make sure that when if your child is hitting puberty and stuff, you want to educate them about the importance of their body parts, and if people are touching them or or looking at them in inappropriate ways or make them uncomfortable, they should be feeling comfortable enough to talk to you as their mom, because sometimes um our African parents are very scared to talk to kids about sex and, like sensitive issues like rape. If someone touches you inappropriately or makes certain gestures, like the other day, I posted on WhatsApp. I don't know if you guys know when. African uncles would like say hi to you with your hand, and then they will be tickling your palms.
Yeah.
Those are inappropriate gestures, but a lot of our African parents, I mean, uncles do those things to younger kids. Those are inappropriate hand touching and gestures towards kids. If a child is not aware of those kinds of things, you want them to, they themselves will feel uncomfortable. And it's okay for for you to teach your children that if someone makes you uncomfortable, make sure that you let me know, because there are a lot of bad people out there that you might think they're daddy's friends or mommy's friends, but they don't have your interest at heart. So when those type of situations come up, make sure you're communicating. Let the kid know if you feel uncomfortable, if someone does anything to you that makes you uncomfortable, or someone touches your private areas, you know make sure you let mommy and daddy know, like those kinds of things, so that they're aware that if anything happens, mommy is the way to go. Now let's say if something happens where the stepfather did that time to a child and it was consensual, one, you should definitely kick him out of your house. He violated your child. Two, you have a conversation with your child, asking them if it was something that was consensual. And, if it was, you definitely don't want to keep that baby. I would not encourage my child for an abortion, but for something like that, I would, you know?
But Anna, you're making a brilliant point. Even though I have not gave my own input to the topic, but uh, uh, this child is being born. It is not. It is not a pregnancy level. This thing was hitting. Probably have been hitting. About the both of them. They've been hiding it for a period of time. The child is born, and then the child is about 1, 2, 3 years old, and then and it reached a point that
So
they
it
don't.
means the child is an adult. It's not a little child.
I'm talking about the child,
Yes, the
the
baby.
child, the baby. Yeah,
The baby, yeah, you said the baby is about a year or two, right?
yeah,
Before the
probably a year
mom,
or 2 or 3. And maybe there's
which
something
means,
they've been doing, they've been high. Maybe they have 1, 2, 3 children, alone.
no, it means that and then the child is an adult. If a child is doing something like that, first I would like to find out if the child is aware, if it was something that was consensual, or did the man forced her. If it's someone that forced her or said at first, the first child, it was a mistake, I would definitely call the police.
Okay,
I'm
this
gonna
this
report it.
okay, this thing goes like this, right?
Hmm.
This child, this lady, this girl, uh, you know, was living with her mother, been living with the mother, and the mother found a gentleman to get married to, and then he was so kind to her, and then he encouraged her. The mother's come to live. She came to live. Both of them were in the house. The mother traveled, and she says, well, the way the way the man treated her, really treated her nicely, in a form, really treated her,
I'll kick the guy out. It sounds like it was a consensual thing. The girl too was okay with doing it with the man. Some children don't know any better. When they're not exposed to a man treating you well as a lady, you start looking at someone else's partner as someone that you see yourself being with. So those things happen, but as the woman, the mother in this case, if that happened, I would definitely kick the guy out. If he can sleep with my child, regardless of whether she's an adult or not, you
yeah,
don't
she's an
deserve to
adult.
be in my love,
But,
in my
so
life.
she's an adult, right? She's an
Hmm.
adult. Okay. But the child or the children she had in with your husband. Say, let's take example. Probably the husband is no longer living. Something
Hmm.
accidentally happened to him, and then he lost his life, and he's no longer living. And but you, as the mother, your daughter came to you and informed you that, look,
To your
I
face.
mean, through all the time, these children or this child,
It's not for
it belonged to your husband, my
that.
stepfather. At that moment, will you accept the child and your own child too? It's happened already.
It's very painful, man. I don't even know what I would do, but yeah, you cannot, you cannot punish a child for the sins of their parents. But there was definitely going to be a bias mind mindset when it comes to the woman and the kids, those grandchildren, her grandchildren. She will definitely not have that same energy, but eventually she's going to live with it and accept the grandchildren because it's not their fault. But it's a difficult situation. I don't know if the relationship between her and her daughter will ever be the same, but the grandchildren would definitely be still part of her life.
Okay, so I mean, here's my take on the whole issue. The thing here is I would think that the both of them were very much irresponsible. Let's come take people will say, well, this thing happened, right? And they will say, if you check in the Western world or whatever the place we are, people will say, well, I fell in love with my stepfather. I mean, I love him. I mean,
That's very nasty.
people will say, people them say, I love it.
You're sleeping with your
And
mom something.
you will say that the dude, well, I love him, so that's the reason why I got in contact with him.
Professor, what happened again another? It's cool, whatever, Professor.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So my man come on the show. Start posting comment here. So the thing here is my point here that I'm
Probably
trying
at
to
work.
make is uh, uh, these things happen. People will say it happened, right? So I don't care for them. I don't care whatever happens, about it. But I think it would be an irresponsible thing for the man to go with have an affair with your own stepdaughter, and then and not just having an affair, but going as far as bearing child or children with her. And then you didn't bring it to the streamline until probably something happened to you, and then it will burst up, or she heard it from other secret. Somebody came and told her, say, "Oh, that child your daughter is carrying, or the children your daughter carrying, they are for your husband." So both of them, I think they are very much irresponsible. They're not playing the role they're supposed to play as child and husband. I think the man would be very much irresponsible if he did that, because the thing here is your stepdaughter, no matter whatever the was the daughter, she's your daughter. The father, the mother, your wife, daughter should be your daughter. And then going to have that kind of intimate relationship with her and bearing a child or children with her, I think that is so much complicated, you know, so these are some of the issues we're talking about. But I think if such thing happen, what your daughter go up and have a relationship with your husband, and then it didn't come to the light until at a later date, something happened to the man, and then she said, "Oh, mommy, all the children I have here, they are for your husband." Fee, I want you to weigh on that. For me, I think they've been irresponsible from between the both of them, and it should hold no water anywhere around. It's irresponsible behavior of both of them.
So, as I sit here and just listen to you saying that, and I listened to Anna, what she said, I cannot say in a situation like this, you can't blame the mom or the child. She's not a child. She's an adult.
She's an adult, yeah, sure. Or child
She's an
cannot bear child.
adult. Right. She's an adult. The mother also played a role into this. Like how how did we get here? Like so in this case that you're saying, the man passed away, right? And now the daughter come forward to say, "Oh, the kids are his."
Yep. But she's thinking how to tell her mother, and then she came to tell her mother. I want to look at the mother response, the mother action. What did
Right.
she do? Yeah.
Well, there's two things. First of all, of course, you're angry, you're bitter, and you feel betrayed by your own child. This is your own child you carry and brought to this earth that is supposed to love you unconditionally, has zero love for you and care for you, and then waited. But the reason I said the mother plays a little role into it because How did you raise your child? Because how you raise your child, it says a lot about how they become as an adult. And I get it, people will say adult are gonna pick up their own behavior and do their own things. But the way you was raised, the way I was raised, there is something that both of our parents implanted in us when it was raising us that gave you that conscience that certain things that you're doing you're not going to do. It helps you with your life judgments and things that you do. So the mother do play a key role into all of this. One, you have an adult daughter. Why was she living with you and the man? And when she was there, where were you? How did all this happen? All the kids are his, and you have no clue about it.
Yeah, I mean, your points are clear, and like we almost seeing almost the same thing together. The thing here is the river said pro. He said, "What was the role of the mother in the home?"
Yeah,
But before I even go to the role of the mother in the home, the gentleman in question, the man in question, I think he's very much irresponsible.
he is, but
The
he's
thing is,
dead.
yeah, because if you go to the extent of having an affair with your own stepdaughter, that means you are not taking her to be your daughter.
No.
So you
But
have
to be
to.
really honest with you, to be honest with you, she being an adult, if I'm being really honest, how I truly feel about it, as much as he played a role into it, the daughter played a major role into it because that is your mom. That's her husband. You live
Yes.
there.
So we should also know the role of the mother. What role did she play into
Yeah.
the role that caused that thing to happen? But eventually, these things are happening already, and you cannot undo it. So you
Right.
feel as a woman, tell me. I want to understand because this thing has been bothering my mind for a few times now. So you as the woman, Anna said she will kick the man out. But what are you gonna do with your daughter? So you
So
feel if that happened, hypothetically, right? Let's look at it from that point. What will you
God
do?
forbid. If that happened, one, I'll tell you how I feel about it first before I tell you what I'll do. One, I let my daughter know how betrayed I feel. It could be the worst thing anybody could ever do to anyone. That's the first feeling. Two, I probably wouldn't want to do anything with my daughter in that very moment, and it will take me some time to think about it. Three, because we're talking about this situation, the man is already dead. You can't make him talk about anything, you know? He's already dead. You can't what's gonna happen? I can't say, oh, I'm not talking to the kids or I can't take the children as my grandchildren. Like I take the kids as children. They're innocent. They had nothing to do with it.
But
So I would
they are your blood, though,
yeah, I understand, but the kids are innocent. They had nothing to do with it. So I would treat them like I would treat any other child out there.
and not
But
your
I'm not gonna
grandchildren. You're not
take them
treating them
as
as your
my grandkids.
you're not
Huh?
treating them as your grandchildren and or stepchildren.
No, no, no. I will be nice. I mean, I will treat him like if I saw a kid out there needed something, I will do that. But the extra mile will go for my grandkids. I can't. I'm just being honest. And I probably would never try to be connected with the daughter anymore.
Yeah, on my phone, I keep finding it.
Well, I mean, it's a sensible, I got it,
Yeah, this is a heavy one.
critical
But
things to.
this happen all the time in our African community. This happens a lot that we even want to talk about it. Maybe children are not shown because the daughter will probably go abort it or the mother assists to take them to go abort it. But it happens like on a day-to-day basis where the father he said, oh, that's not my daughter, so I can do whatever I want to. and the daughter
We
wants,
say, oh,
you
it's
know,
not my father, he's him son, I love him.
yeah, you know, it happened very often. That's why I like this show because we talk about things that are reality that are happening. So this is a messed up one. For me, I feel like the daughter knew exactly what she was doing because she waited. She had many opportunities to say something, but refused to say it. Sorry, you guys. Rivers Esper, welcome because I'm hot and heavy right now.
Yeah, thank you very much. The yeah, thank God we make that disclaimer that the child is an adult because yeah, when it's our thing, yeah, I'm trying to get my um social worker credentials, so I want to be careful how yeah you kind of defend people with this kind of thing. But see, I definitely
Definitely.
I definitely agree with you. You know, these things happen a lot in the African culture. And you know what worse about it? See, situation
Uh-huh.
like that, they will hide it. You
Yes,
know, they will hide it because
you
of,
guys. I
according to
have a
them,
guess.
it will bring shame, it will bring embarrassment, and you won't believe how many kids out there. And I'm not, I can guarantee you, probably tens or hundreds of thousands of our population are children born from stepfather
Yeah,
and stepfather. Yeah, but because of the taboo nature of our society, imagine playing the river says, you know. Look, there's a story that my cousin it's a deep secret from our tradition, from our town, something that has haunted our family, and I'm just gonna not put the whole detail out there, but like something that similar thing happened, and from what we heard, our mother, our ancestor, one of our great grandmother, it happened to her, and cursed, and she cursed. She brought her daughter, and the same thing, somebody from the family did that same thing. And when she came,
So
her
that
own,
means it begin a generational curse. It's
yes.
from one
So
generation to another.
yeah, so when she came, she walked on, the Oma she walked on the Andrew. She saw it. She said, "What?" The Oma came from the farm. And that was one of, and today, up to now, when we ask our people, they don't want to tell the real story, but this thing is affecting people within my family. And I'm putting it on to be honest because I'm a Christian. And based on that, people have told us that particular statement that Oman put out there, like, oh, she used certain word. I'm not going to say the exact detail here,
right.
but it is flowing. The particular thing she said is happening to people in my family today, So those things, yeah, because she was hurt. She was hurt.
Yeah.
Her child she brought in a home. So you won't believe how many children, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of our
Every
5
day.
million population are children out there with such a. But I want to agree with Fee. That's why I say thank God we established that it's an adult, it's a grown person and not a child. Imagine, Andrew, that child is just wicked.
Yeah.
Imagine the time the husband died, where we supposed to be grieving. Imagine decoration day coming. The one we go to people or grave here in Labrador. I don't know how to hear the guy Memorial Day for a minute. I don't know how I don't know how feed them call it here in the society. But imagine a woman supposed to go to a husband grave, and
Memorial Day.
yeah,
Memorial.
she's supposed to go to a husband grave, and that stigma. Imagine, maybe she found out later on. Maybe her husband died. She been going to the grave. You think that woman gonna go back to that grave? She's not gonna go back there. You know what that girl had created? That woman now she thinking like, damn, this man that I knew all these years, and he did this.
Yeah.
Why should I even waste my time to put gas in my car to go say I'm gonna put re or go clean it? You know what you did? You created up so that girl with all that. Yes, look, I understand the step that he has a major role to play in it. But that girl of all people, of all the men out there, you are adult will understand it, that child. We say maybe she was
Yeah.
manipulated, she got scared, and other things. But of all the men out there, you ain't see
Yeah.
nobody. But you came to your stepfather, you came to hurt your mother. You came to create, I mean, if anything happened to her mother, she's the cause. So I would want to lay that blame squarely as much as the stepfather has a role to play. I mean, has so much role to play. But Andrew, look, men sometimes, I'm not trying to justify anything, but it's just, I mean, let me just give example. Let me just flip the coin around a little bit. I mean, say Fee, because we use Fee as an example because she's the one female on here. Say if Fee bro, okay, say if she had a say her husband had a stepson she brought in the home. You
Right.
know, Fee husband go to work, he should trust Fee. You
Yeah.
know, he shouldn't be thinking that, damn, I wonder what my son and Fee up to over there. You know what I'm saying? So the mother, the woman should go to work or she should go on the farm. Like, I mean, maybe if it's a child, you will be thinking that, oh, my little daughter, but she's not
But
acting.
this lady, she claimed that the man, and it was so nice to her. The man, like, was doing nearly everything for her, sending her to school, and was always there for her. So when he saw him making advances, then she was said she felt for him. Wow, the guy is making advances onto me, and the way I I'm so into him like this. I think I need to give him a try because everything he's doing for me, I don't want him to feel bad because he's doing all of the things for me. So saying he had advanced towards me, and let me succumb.
Yeah, I know why I up to in Canada order, but anyway, look,
Up to what in terms of
I know why I up to order, Andrew, but look, you see, that's another thing too. I mean, that's another thing. So she, in other words, but then Angela asked the question: did the
Mhm.
man ask her to return the favor? Okay, he was helping her, or maybe I don't know. Did he see it? It's a whole lot of unanswered question. Was he helping her with that
because
pretense,
these things
or
these
was
things
he just
are things
helping
that
her as
happen.
a stepdaughter, but he decided to pay back?
But these things are things that happen unknownly to everybody. Nobody knows about it. The mother, it doesn't know anything about it. It was only between the pair. The pair, they were the only people that knew about it. The husband, the stepfather, and the daughter. She claimed that, well, this man had been taking good care of me even before he got married to my mom. He did X, Y, and Z. After he got married to my mom, he encouraged me to come in the house. In fact, he went to the extent or renting a flat for her somewhere else after
Oh,
she was
Jesus
pregnant.
Christ.
So
This is
and
messy. This is
the
messy.
mother asked her, look, who impregnated you? Oh, mama, I went, oh, my friend, I don't know, I was a rape and blah, 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 blah. And every time the first, second, third, fourth, oh, I don't know how one boyfriend, the boyfriend run away from me. And all of a sudden, the man passed off, something happened, the man died. But how can she tell her mother, Mom, this is the situation? All the
She
children I have,
premeditated us. She premeditated us. She knew what she was doing.
all
She
Yes.
the
knew what she was doing. She's not even a child. In
Yes.
that case, I am not your mother. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yep. I agree, Fee. I agree. That
Yeah,
premeditated.
so if you were the mother, you were the mother now. So I want you to play the role in here as a mother. Fee
I'm
is also
playing the role. You are not my daughter. You you must have well killed me while I was asleep. And I'm pretty sure the mother took care of those baby when she was pregnant, was taking care of her. The both of them, if he was still alive, I'm not wishing words on
probably
anybody,
if he was
but
still alive, those things wouldn't have come out.
But I
it
mean,
would have come up.
who knows that man probably died of heart attack after he stuff can happen. Maybe the man,
She
maybe
probably said it's time to tell her mother. And
exactly.
who knows? Who
Yeah. I
knows
mean, who
what
knows?
happened? He
Yeah.
died with his in the grave, and now she has to live with it. And she
Exactly.
sees her mom mourning this man and probably crying, feeling bad that she just lost the best man in the world. And she's sitting there like, no, you didn't. He was mine. I should be the one mourning him, not you. And then she is evil. I'm sorry. People like that, how?
Yeah. That's
Like
that's
even
that.
okay, let's just play the devil's advocate. Let's just say the man is the one making advance on you. Let's just say I'm just gonna give an example since I'm the only female on here.
Mhm.
Me, my mother. she brought another man in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there, and the man is making events on me, and I'm acting like I'm participating in it. A person who knows the wrong from right and who has been taught the way I've been raised, I will tell my mother, hey, mom, this man you brought in here, he's not right.
But
You
the men
need to
have been
get rid
giving
of
you
him.
gifts, and you got enticed by those gifts he been giving you.
I don't want his
My
gifts.
man, let me tell you,
I
Andrew,
don't want his gifts.
Andrew in the United States. I mean, look, she's a grown person, so, but
Yeah.
look, your stepdaughter is like your daughter. I mean, you're doing something for her. You know, I mean, it should be a normal occurrence. You know, if you're doing something for her,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be something
Who
like you're trying
between
to
the pair,
exchange favor.
between the pair, who to be blamed here? Who to be held
Both of
responsible?
them.
Who
Both
get
of
the
Both
them.
of
greater
them.
responsibility?
I would say,
Both
Both
of
men.
them. But
I
the
would say,
daughter is the worst
yeah,
because that is her mother.
I would say 65 to 70% blame falls on the girl, and then the rest probably 25 fall on the or maybe it's too high, maybe 50-50.
So
Both
so
of them.
why can you apportion maybe 75% of that blame to the man who be very irresponsible and ignoring
No,
the
he
fact that his
didn't.
No,
daughter should
No, he
no,
did not.
no.
He is an outsider.
That girl is an adult, and she's supposed to know how women feel. You know, her mother ran her. She know what her mother went
but you
through with her.
understand, you know very well that women how they are weaker vessel. They quick to be carried away by things that that they don't that should not even carry them away. So why you think they couldn't she should have most of the blame? And this guy who's supposed to be responsible, knowing very well he ignored the fact that his wife's daughter should be his daughter. He ignored the fact. Why can we apportion most of the blame on him instead of us? We putting it on the girl who was just only living with them as a stepdaughter in the house, but probably she got he ties up with other things that she got carried.
Let me
Because
tell
she,
you why. Let
yeah,
me
go
tell you why. One, that's her mother. That's the reason. That's her
on.
mom.
But
That's the person she
what
owe loyalty
role
to.
have been playing in her life though?
Huh?
Then what role the mother have been playing in her life?
I mean, she being a mother, the mother born her and do things for her, but the mother did not expect such an evil daughter. I mean, you know, I mean, she still play her role as a mother, but a woman over 20 years old, you still expect a mother to be babysitting her, Andy. As far as
No.
the woman know, the woman raised a good child. As far as she knew, boy, I know she was coming in with those children and things. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know which
So the
society is
blame,
that.
the blame in your mind, the blame goes on both of them. But who got most of the blame though?
Well, even if it's 1%, it is the I think most blame fall on a woman. I would say the woman. I would say the girl, whoever. Yes, why? Because
See,
she. You know, this is the thing, though. You have to understand, and it's out there. Women are emotional creature. You know, when women fall in love. You know, like God would say, okay, you know, I mean, you can go to the bar, you meet a girl, you can have a one, but you don't intend on marrying her. You don't even, you know, like some look back when I was in back in the days when I used to club go bar and thing. Sometimes I take some people numbers. I go to the club, oh, we hang on. I don't even call them. Some of them call me. I don't even pick up. You know, I just, you know, like. But women, once they tell you, they will call you. That's how they are because they are emotionally attached. They are emotional creature. We men, like you meet a girl, you want to do something. Well, like you know, sometimes you be like, "Hey man, you got my wife and thing." We are not attached. So that particular girl, she could have been the one so attached to that guy and probably had him in that situation. I don't think that guy was attached to her. So I don't want to
so if the guy was not attached to her and he would go and bear children by her,
my man, you ain't gotta be attached to somebody to born children. You know how many mistakes people made, the woman got pregnant and
so if you got 4 children out of that thing, you call them mistakes.
look, I mean I don't know, Andrew. It's this is complicated, but I think yeah, but the girl sat down there too, Andrew. But when you sit down there, get 4 children by your stepfather. Yeah, my man. 4 children by your step and you
But
got excuse for all of them. What
but this
about the man in jail? What the other part? Oh, we met to the club, he ran away. But the other part, and I think the mother too, like yeah, I mean, then maybe I would drag the mother inside a little bit too, because if she living in the house and all these children, maybe yeah, the mother not really thinking on that. But then, I mean, they got it for, and you know, none of them can be accounted for. The other one in jail, the other one. I mean, suspicion should raise in the head of the mother, like, hey, mom, don't look, I didn't raise a daughter to be having, you know, bunch of fatherless children around there. I mean, what's going on? You know, the first one, the second one, I think it should have been like a little red flag to the mother. Call her daughter, say, my daughter, you know, I don't like the trend you are taking. I don't like the direction you are going. You know, something not right. What is going on? But four children, and you know, you keep giving excuses for the father, apparently not the same father, or I mean,
So
that's
so
such a
so
dysfunctional family too, though.
so you have the skill of 1 to 10 to be a portion between the three individuals in that situation. You have the girl, you have her mother, you have the father. So among the three of them, I want to understand, and I want to get it for the record, right?
Hmm.
Which one of them you think will apportion most of the blame to, out of on a scale of 10, among the three of them?
Well, I would give I would give five to the girl. I would give four. I would give five to the girl, and I would divide the other five, two and a half for the man in the car.
Why are you giving the man 2.5?
Because I just feel that
She didn't play her mother role too.
yeah, the only player I got problem with the mom is the four children.
Yeah.
But see, Andrew, if the girl was not living in the house, that's different. Like you can get your 20
She
children
lived
outside
in
the
the
house
house
like a
after she
business.
had the first child, and they took care of the child. And then the man saw it,
Yeah.
so he cannot be here and be doing X, Y, and Z. So he rented a flight. He told the one, so because initially she wanted to put, when she noticed the girl was pregnant, she wanted to put her daughter Oxa. He came in her defense and said, look, we cannot put her outside, you know, she's a girl, you're happy, we cannot do anything to her. So the better thing, let's take her from here, let's move her to somewhere else that should be renting there. We're gonna pay the rent for her. Then
Also,
she,
the mother. Okay, so the mother aware of the extra place that they rented for her, right?
yes, because
Okay.
with the acquiescence of the husband.
Ah, okay.
The husband suggested, oh, she wanted to put the lady outside.
Mm-hmm.
And she should go wherever she want to take her pregnancy from. And the man said, no, she's a kid, you know, not kid per se, but she's our child. We cannot let her go. She says she did a mistake she do. So let rent her for, let she be there, and then we'll take care of her there. Which she did. And she said, okay, that in case, no problem. Boom, the second child came, the third child came, the fourth child came. So the mother here, with the initial
Oh
step she
God.
took when she got impregnant with the
My
kid.
mother for
I know, fee that's the most one of the most dysfunctional family that I mean,
I'm telling you, that's
yeah,
crazy.
I mean,
But how will you consider it as being dysfunctional?
it
It
ain't.
is. It
How?
is.
How?
All those
Let
people
me
need
tell
mental.
you.
They
I
need
thought
mental health counseling. The father
they
who got four
do.
children by his daughter, the daughter said need to go to mental hospital. And seriously, the whole family needs psychiatric help. I would recommend. I would
I
recommend.
agree. I agree. Andrew, let me tell you why.
But in the situation, the man has died. He left with the woman and her grandchildren with her daughter.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
not our grandchildren.
Okay, who are they to her?
That would not be my grandchildren.
They are your grandchildren.
I will write you off. I'm telling you, seriously. I will write you off. I want
Your daughter,
nothing to do
they're
with
going to
you.
carry for 9 months in your womb, and
And
after
that
you get
9 months
C-section for
passed
her.
30 something years ago. Past, if you, as my child, you as my child, I have trained you, raised you to be an individual in society to contribute in a positive way. And you come back and repay me in that manner. I will disown you in 2 seconds. I'm
Wow.
serious. I will disown you. One, because if you can do this to me, You are capable of killing anyone.
Yeah,
It's
Fee, I agree.
dysfunctional, huh? It's
I agree.
dysfunctional because one, you don't have the conscience. I can get it if it was one child. You had one, you had
One child
two.
by your husband, you will accept
No,
it.
hold on one second. I can understand it's one, and you have a good explanation.
Why you trying to push
One,
it? Now we just talk about what's up by your husband. You accept it.
no, this is, and then I would take the blame. If it was one, I say, well, I brought him here. But I also blame the mother a little bit because how did you not notice? There's always an instinct. They were not that secretive. She knew certain things were happening. Things were adding up, but she deliberately, and this is what happened in our community. I can almost say the mother knew about that first child. I can almost tell you the mother, if we really dig deep, the mother at some point had an instinct, and there were some things that came out that she knew that first child had something to do with the husband, but they convinced her that it wasn't. So that's why I said I can understand. Yeah, mom, this happened. Maybe I was drunk. I came home. Your husband jumped on me. I was afraid that I know how much you were into him and da da da. I get it. Then we sit down, we go to counseling and figure it out. But no, you had one, you had two, you had three, four. I'm disowning you. You are capable of taking a gun and shooting somebody.
Yep. Yep. So even if that man, let me tell you something, Fee. And you are
Uh-huh.
absolutely right, Fee. If that man had not, eh, I mean, let's say if that man had not died, who knows? The whole story may have still been tragic. Who knows if
That's
that girl, if you got four children by somebody, it's like Fee. You know, almost like you taking a man to be your man, like you and your mom.
That was her man.
Yeah, that guy's coming. So, who know if that girl was willing to even
Kill her
kind of
mom.
like, yeah, be like how they call it, like thing to her, to her mom, where they be like two women, how they got two women. Who
Yeah,
knows?
polygamy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it can't even be polygamy because polygamy is something, they agree, but they're gonna
Yeah.
be like people who fighting each other, So fee is like this girl, like you said. I mean, as far where I would disagree with you, fee, biologically, you can say it's not your granddaughter. I mean, legally, I don't know if there are
I'm
legal
not.
laws.
I'm
Yeah,
not. That's not my grandkid. Sorry.
yeah, yeah,
They,
you
they
can
try
say that, but
DNA run
I
in
don't
you.
know
Your
if
DNA run through your
legally, I
kids,
don't know,
man.
I don't know if you can legally write them out, or because biologically there's no way you can do it. That's your blood. So that let's
If you
forget about
find
the
your
I
biological,
will
grandchildren, accept
disown
it.
but
them.
but
I'm
legally,
so mad hearing about this. Oh,
legally,
that's disgusting.
so legally, say if something happened, God forbid, legally if something happened, and like something happened, maybe they naming your grandchildren. Then why will you say, well, you know what, you don't put a name there? See, I don't know if legally, I mean, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I know biologically you can't do it because it's just
I
blood.
will go to the court. Let me tell you guys. This is how far I will go. I will go to the court legally and disown you.
Wow.
Legally. Yes. Because when people, you know,
Okay, then
it's
what reason?
different, right?
Okay, what reason you will give now fee? You don't want to. You don't want to. Okay, now you go to the court, right? Okay, because in America, yeah, you gotta give reason to think. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't want it, man." So yeah, I don't want to do. They will ask you, fee, what's the reason, and the reason gotta be legit. Okay, your dad
She's
husband
an
died.
adult, right?
Okay, now you can't be put your husband bought outside, but imagine a man died. I don't know how many years ago, but
I
now.
don't care. I honestly, in that moment, I don't care. Because why? When you had the first one, I was a stupid. Don't listen to your stupid man. The second one, don't listen to your stupid man. The third one, oh, your mom will find out soon. No, don't worry. That my mom, she was still. Oh, no, she's an adult. That's why you guys, if it's a minor, it's hard for me to say, oh no, but this is a grown woman, live by herself, make decisions, and she is on her own. God Himself will know I played my part, I raised you. I will still answer for you based on my belief that you're my child, but I will make my peace with God and say, going forward, do not come around me.
Wow.
Yes,
So
yes.
what will you have to do with as far as societal effect, like society, people around, oh, feed this, oh, her granddaughter, will you,
I don't
okay, you say you
care.
don't care what the code, okay, you don't care, you tell the code. So what about your neighborhood? I mean, your community, your church, fee,
I
you
don't
been,
care. My neighbor will know I don't care.
angry, yeah, they are what seated that fire
Uh,
damage.
I don't care. Like, one, I don't live with them. They don't live with me. How I live my life, I choose to live that way. And that's how I will live it. Whoever feel any type of way, that is their
Yeah, but your
problem to
yeah, but your
have
husband
peace
was a
with me.
reputable person in society. Well, that's how he appeared. Though he was one of
I
those,
will not even, let me tell you guys now, I will
Mhm.
not even show up to your graveside
Oh,
ever.
Jesus Christ! I knew. I saw it coming, and I told you. I knew it. I saw
I
it
will
coming.
not.
I hearing her what she's saying there. I mean, she like
I'm being very honest.
women
I will not.
they're so emotional, So when it comes to looking about things,
Yeah, like,
well,
how?
so you are not talking about your own role to you play too. You are not even talking about
No,
that.
but as a mom, that's what I was saying. In my case, right? I cannot see that happening and I don't know. Because I feel like as a mother, there's always that motherly instinct, especially when you live in a house. And the reason I'm saying is because in our African community, people take daughters, they say, oh, come stay with me. When things happen, oh, you will not come near my husband or my husband. That's what I'm saying. For me, how I am, right, in that situation, if I didn't know at all, and there really was security in that happening, but if we bring it back into the African culture, from what I know and understand, what people be like, oh, they like yeah, oh, that she dressing that way this way in front of my man, I like it. She would have put her daughter out unless she was just one of those women that work overnight and never really pay attention to what's going on in her home.
Yeah, but
Everybody, every one of them played a role in here, but the major person that played the key roles, the husband, the daughter. He's dead. I know people say, oh, you can't talk bad about the dead. No, I would be the first person to do that.
So if probably you want to go remove with grave, you want to dig out if it
No,
remains.
I don't have to. But if people ask me, I'll be the first person to talk about that man was very evil.
So you wouldn't have that heart for your own
but
daughter
but
again.
but but fee, you said that, okay, you said instinct. Let's look at the word. I mean,
Where is Anna? Anna has left the show.
let's
She need to
No,
come.
Anna has a guest and that
Okay.
came unannounced, and she's like she'll be in and out.
Okay.
see, and you see that the African thing we're talking about. But anyway, they
The
can just
African people that show up, people
they
know
can
they
just
show up to my house, they can't answer. I will not answer. I look through that thing, I see you are going right by.
oh, you got one of those things too. I used to have one. I used to be scared to look through their feet. I said before somebody can. I've been watching a lot of movies. The point God. I watched
You
too much
watch a
movie.
lot of ID. I'm
Yeah,
sure you watch a that's
I
what I
watched.
do.
Yeah. They can point God to that small hole. So I used to live in this one house. I never really used to know. But anyway, okay, you talk about instinct. Okay, you said mother instinct. But when I let's look at mother instinct. I want to look at it from a different perspective. Mother instinct, as far as number one instinct is protection. I mean,
Right.
it don't depend what, but I mean, it regarded. I've been watching a lot of Animal Planet show. I see how even baby mother, I mean, the dog mother, the cat mother, it's just instinct. Even the chicken, or we're growing, or the chicken egg, you know how to sit on it. It's because number one is protection. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, Fee, don't you think that after the person passed that the age of adolescence and they are in the past 18, don't you think that that intuition, that mother instinct of protection disappear? Is where
No, never.
yeah, because
It
Fee,
never
okay, yeah,
does.
okay, but then it will not be as stringent. it will not be as as it used to be before. Because that's why you see when people, when our children reach certain age, when they go into college, sometimes we cry, we get emotional, because why? It is at this point that we feel like after college feel there's a possibility they might not come back to the house. They might, they might get a man, they might move on their own. I mean, once in a while they still come back to the house and live there, but on the overall, technically, if you look at Western society, most of them, when they after they leave college, they go and find a career, they find a place, they get a family for themselves. So then that layer of protection fee is disappearing, because you don't have that. Yeah, you will call them, oh, how you doing, and thing, just to check on them. I mean, I got my daughter in Arizona, like she must ain't talk for I don't know how many months. Yeah, once in a while. I mean, we got this little chat room where we communicate, but that layer of protection, it kind of vanishes little by little. So maybe that's why the mother wasn't being as maybe that instinct didn't kick in, because she didn't see the need to be protective of her daughter anymore, because I mean she had passed the age. So maybe she let her guard down, other people would say, but
No.
I don't know.
The mother was too into the father,
Hmm.
into the stepfather.
Okay.
And it's really sad in our generation today
Hmm.
when you see parents, like, when you hear our parents talk about their husbands, like when they have kids, and
Hmm.
then they're not with the kid's father anymore, they're with them. And I'll give you an example. Last week, Friday, right?
Hmm.
I came from work and we needed some groceries, so I went to Walmart at night and I was getting my things and standing in line. Again, I'm one of those modern women
Hmm.
that don't like to take my cards. I like to do Apple Pay, right?
Okay. Okay. Yep.
So I got into Walmart. I haven't been to Walmart for a long time. So I went there that night. I was trying to get something for my daughter because I was doing her pictures today. So I wanted to have everything. So, but anyways, while I'm in there in the line,
Hmm.
you could clearly see this woman. She was a single mom. She had about she had 6 children.
Hmm.
Three of them was big. The boys were tall. We just standing there. But the way she talks to them,
Hmm.
like the way she was communicating, it was just like you could cringe. Like you just want to say something.
Hmm. Why was
The
she
way
being
she was,
harsh?
yeah, like very rude, like just cussing like a sailor and just kicking the other one, saying because kids play and he
Hmm.
was hitting his little brother. She was just kicking him and doing all this stuff. I'm telling you, all of us in the line were just cringing,
Hmm.
just looking and just like, but we were, I mean, the part where we were in DC because we were right on the border. And
Hmm.
you don't want to really say anything to people over there because they're ready to shoot you when you come out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I was on that side of town trying to get something because that's the closest Walmart to me when I was coming from work. But I say this because that kind of tell how that child is growing up. You're creating that normal type of life for them. And people don't understand that. We're human beings. Every day we're growing. There's a thing that put in you called fight or flights, right? When you're in
Hmm.
danger, you're ready to like your body, your adrenaline's kick in.
Yep.
And your body get in survival mode and you have to survive. So you're going to try, even if you had the biggest cut ever, if you're somewhere, you're going to try to reach there because your body put that covering. That's how wonderful God is, how He created us, right? He
Hmm.
put that there so you feel so comfortable. You're going and you won't feel that effects till later on. So when she did that to those kids, all I'm thinking about when they get older, this is how they think the world should be. I'm not saying the mother who her daughter did that, that's how she raised her. But if you raise your kid, not they don't understand that you cared for them and you're gonna be there and protect them. Guess what? Everybody's fighting for themselves. So then, as I'm saying this, and I said what I said earlier because of how I am and what I think, how I'm raising my kids. And if they are bold enough to do that, then I'm bold enough to do what I want to do too. But if I'm if let me put myself in that mother's shoes now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say how I raised them. I was absent, and some people have to be absent because they gotta work. If she
Mm-hmm.
has a stepfather, that's because the father wasn't around and mom had to play both roles. So we have to think outside of the box. So maybe she just thought she found someone who treated her daughter with dignity and respect. And she trusted both of them together. Maybe she was working. Maybe we don't know. And that's why the question why there are so many answers to that, but we will just focus on what our emotions feel. But now I'm taking my emotions are and really thinking in deep now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? She trusted this man. He probably promised her. The girl probably while they were all together said, "My father, I don't know what the story was. My father hasn't been around. He promised I'll take care of you. I will be there."
Mm-hmm.
And then we're all human too, and men are men. Who knows what ended up happening? And who knows how traumatized was the daughter? And now she thought that was her Lord and Savior. And she got into all of that. Maybe she was scared to tell her mom. And maybe her mom didn't have those small conversation about her to her, saying that when men are around you, when this happened, like Anna was saying earlier, we have to teach our daughters that. Like one thing I will tell you that I learned from my brother's wife who read me before I could come to the US a little bit, right? She always told me wherever you're at, she bought me these ski tights, these pants.
Indeed, she's your mom because you don't even know your own mom.
Right. She raised me. So everything I know about life is from her. And those things she put in my head, wherever you're at, when men are around, this is what you wear when you're going to bed, when you're sleeping. You don't sleep too deep because you don't know where you're at. And now, how do I know I'm not sleeping too deep? Like
Yeah.
asking
Yeah.
all these questions. But those were things when I came to the US. I'm not going to share my whole life story on here, but I experienced a little bit of some things. And because those things that she instilled in me, I knew I had to protect myself. And also not just think about myself, but think about the other person on the other end, right?
So, yeah. Yeah, you're right,
So,
Fee. You're right.
so if the mom had did that, maybe the daughter will have that comfortability to talk to her when that first child happened and say, oh, but some parents and child relationship is not that great. And the daughter, who knows what the man was telling her, I'm just with your mom because I really care about you. Whatever people say in those moments. So now thinking about that, if that's the
Samuel,
case,
come here,
then
quick.
I'm probably telling myself, my daughter need
Come
help.
on, come.
I
Yeah,
get her
come.
psychological help and
Get
get
down,
myself
down.
one too. We go for
You just put
counseling.
it together that deep. So, let me. I know you're in the medical field. You're not a
I'm
You're
not a
not a.
doctor, you guys.
Huh?
I'm not a counselor.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
just
know.
using my emotions here.
Yeah, so let's look at the issue of no, I think no, not the whole bed, just that brown teddy bear, that one, that wedding. Yeah, no, don't put it in the bed, just carry outside. So, let's look at the issue of resemblance.
Right.
So, Fee, you think with our 4 children, I don't know, like I said, you're in a healthcare setting. I mean, you know how your women, for me, I don't have like people like my boy and they say he look just like, but you know how when somebody tell you somebody look like you don't, only like people can tell you, that's a kind of saying about looking in the mirror, like you can really tell when somebody like me, I can they say, oh, your daughter look just like you, but I'm like, okay. So you think
You
with those
can
four
tell, right?
children,
You don't believe it.
yeah, you don't believe it because you can't see yourself unless in the mirror. So
Yeah.
with those 4 children feet, do you think You think, or as far as resemblance, you think there could be any slight resemblance that the mother could have caught up on something like, I mean,
But that's
you
not
think?
always 100%,
Hmm. Okay,
right? Because the more you hang around people, you look like them. Like right
okay.
now, somebody saw me. They said me and my husband look like brothers and
That's the
sisters. We
same
look
thing they told
alike.
me too. They told me that too. But me and my wife,
I was like, maybe because we've been together too long,
yeah,
you know. They're like, all four of you guys look the same. No, we don't. I'm like, no, I don't look like him. I look like my family. I don't look like him. But
okay.
but I feel like the more you spend time with people, you start to look alike because people start to see you're doing almost the same thing together. So I don't know unless we really get the full
But
story.
yeah, because you the lady on here. So let me just bombard you with all this woman question. So okay, if you were that lady fee, you got I mean your daughter bring the first child. You say, okay, things happen, these young people. The second one is you as a mother, the second one, what would you have done in that situation? I mean, no good reason for the first child father. Okay, you say, I mean, things happen. Okay, maybe the man is locked up. Okay, we'll wait when he get out so he can come and we can see. Then boom, the second one, the boom, the third one, the boom. You as a mother, where will your red line have been drawn without? I mean, look, that's already she grown. She can born any children, any amount of children. But then, see, you looking at how you brought her up. That's not who you are. That's not what your expectation. What would you have done at that time with all that multiple children with different father unaccounted for? Where will your red line be during the first one, the second, the third, or the what? How will you have intervened in that in our whole children?
For me, that should have started with the first child.
Mm-hmm.
After the first child is born,
Mm-hmm.
this is when we start talking. This is a mother that really cared
Mm-hmm.
for her daughter and whatever child that comes into the world to have a better life.
Okay.
Because one, the first child came, you were living on a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So now we gotta have a conversation. So now, second child come, but I never saw you with a boyfriend or
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Yep.
What's going on? Who was those people you were with? We need to do DNA because we can't just be taking care of the kid. And I'm pretty sure her husband told her, like, yeah, child, the children are innocent. We just can help her little by little.
Who are you gonna do the DNA with if she cannot confide in you and give you the name of the individual who impregnated her?
Well, I'm going to tell her we need to start looking around what with that second child. Who are the men that you slept with? You gotta tell me a really good story. That's
She's
why I
gonna
said the
reveal.
mother played a role because she didn't care. She did not care. So as much as we want to blame the daughter, all of them are to blame because it's kind of like I'm in my marriage and my daughter is going through a lot. Did you have conversation with her husband and say, "Oh, I'm very concerned about my daughter. She keep having these children. There's no father. You promised to be around to help us. Can we figure out who their father? Can we talk to her, pull her in something? Get her on birth control. Talk about it. I promise you, through those conversations, you will see somebody fidgeting. There's a way you tell somebody's lying.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really read people. You can tell when they're lying. People don't look straight in your face. They start to scratch their head. They start fidgeting and they start to deflect.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're someone who's not very keen on reading people, you're not going to tell they're lying.
True. Wow.
So all that would have stopped if the mother really cared. The mother didn't care, so the daughter didn't care either.
Yeah.
So
So
everybody played each other.
So that means that the mother had a pivotal role to play in
She
the whole.
did.
yeah, she
She
got a role.
absolutely did.
She got a role, Andrew, but not as pivotal as the
Because
daughter.
pro is giving the mother two and a half, and giving
I
the
don't give her 2.5, bro. I give her 25%.
No, I
I
yeah,
give
think
her
yeah, it's
25%.
two and a half
I
because it
don't.
was
I
give and
don't.
take.
no. You see where I drop her percentage or number a number
No,
is
I was giving on the scale of 10. I was giving on the scale of 10. So 2.5.
yes, yeah.
So
So I
that's the
gave her
same thing.
two. I gave her 2.5 out of 10. So
On a scale of 10, no, you give her about 3.
You
yeah,
give her
okay,
3
three.
They
on the
share
scale of
the
10.
rest.
Yeah, because I think because my point of contention is because the girl is grown. See, our children here, you know how when the children pass certain age, how much influence do we have on them? All that thing you say, I agree, Fee.
But you
You
know,
say
in the society, the people don't care
You
for
couldn't
anything.
stay at your house. She's an adult.
yeah,
Go.
but no, they don't see it like that. You saying, oh, the first child, the second child, we need to talk. She ain't gotta say nothing to you. Look, I told you when my I think I said, yeah, when my son lost, he was older when he left. He went to his girlfriend place in a whole new county. Me and my wife we sweating, we going all around, we scaring, went to the police. The policeman told the fire. The policeman said, hey, why you even bothering yourself? My wife mad, that
Why
African.
he searched all his phone?
Yeah, yeah. Well, the fool on point, you don't pick on that. He went to a whole different place. So I say around the show. I remember that policeman. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said. He said he got. I don't know what I think came for, as if it was prophetic, or I don't know.
No, you win.
Yeah, he said, oh well, he going to his girlfriend. Then my wife. What are you talking about? I'm talking about my son. You talking about Sonny? The man said that's why he gone. Then my wife said, but I don't know the girlfriend. You know the policeman said, you ain't gotta know her. Policeman
Yeah.
said,
You don't want you to know her.
exactly. The man said he said my mother never knew my girlfriend, until we were about to get married before I show. So feel all that what all you saying, I partially agree, but feel she doesn't have to tell you anything. She's grown, yeah. She
She
lives for
doesn't,
you.
but she live in your house, River says pro.
She does that. Look, you know how many children live in our home? We tell them to carry garbage outside. They refuse. What you do? So just because they
Oh,
live,
you can do something.
I
Let me
don't.
tell you something.
The carry cabinet also
Uh,
you can't do.
they live in your house. The thing is, you have to set the ground rules from the beginning.
There should be the ground rule, man.
There's a ground rules. You
Some
live
of them
here,
are. Some
this
of them
is
are
what you
happy.
do.
Some
You
of them
don't
are
do it,
happy.
you leave.
Yeah, but some of them
You
feel.
have to be consistent. It's not that you're throwing them out. Human being in general is all about consistency, and you have to do it at all times. Don't say it and then tomorrow you're like one person said no, it's okay. You know, because kids, we were kids and we are still kids, right? We're
Mm-hmm,
politicians. We know where we can get the upper hand.
mm-hmm.
So mom is always the easy route.
Yep, true.
Because mom's gonna be emotional and say, it's okay,
Yeah,
that's why I'll talk to your
yeah.
pop.
She'll
And
be
mom
talking.
know how to get to dad.
True.
You get it?
Some mother are not the easy ones. Some of the fathers are very easier than the mother.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's because the kids were able to get, well, girls usually are able to get over to the dad.
yep.
Mom is harder on girls than the boys. So the reason I'm giving the mom that role and I'm saying like you have to set the ground rule. You're an adult, right? You live
Mm-hmm,
in this house. You went and got pregnant. I get it. People be like, oh, you're being too high and blah blah blah. No, it's different if you're 16 years old and you
yep.
had a child. If you're 16, you're still minor. I mean, until your child is 25, I think you're still in charge of them, in my opinion. Because I feel like at 25, 26, that's when a woman should probably start having kids. In my opinion. That's
Start
how
or
I
stop.
feel.
Start or stop.
Start to me, in my opinion. But hey, that's a different topic for different day.
Yeah, different because some people love to have their children at a younger age, then they just relax at certain age.
Yeah, but I think 25, 26 is a really good age and an average age where you can start. Because then you've gotten out of college, you probably got a job and work a year or two, and then you can actually, huh?
Sophie, yeah, I mean, something you say, man, because you said something earlier, we tried to push you around, but you still don't want to back. I want to go back to the issue of what Pro told you, and we told you those children, there's no way you would divorce them at not being
Like
your.
I said, I would treat them like I would treat any other children.
They are your DNA.
They're not my DNA.
They are in your blood. Your blood
They're
is
not
formed
in
in
my
them.
blood.
You did it DNA. What percentage of your DNA will be formed in the blood?
Fee said
They're
that.
not my DNA.
Unless you tell me that girl was not your adopted a child. That's the only way.
No, biologically, yes. But I will tell you, no, you're not my DNA. I won't tell the child if I
But you
see
just
the
told us,
kid.
you just told us the kids are innocent. They don't know anything about that.
That's why I'm saying they're innocent. The way how, let's just say my daughter here, right? She had a child. I would go there, bring their kids over, let me babysit. You go out. I would not be doing that with them.
And you unknowingly did it when you never knew.
Huh?
You unknowingly did it. You were taking care of the children when you never knew.
Right.
And
They
now you
know me as grandma, right? Call me grandma. But guess what? Grandma's doing younger things. You don't bother her, please.
so so so
But no,
so
I mean, I know it's easier said than
all
done.
the children are
But
innocent.
it's gonna take a while for me to come around the children.
So it will take a while.
It will take me
Even
a
if they are in
while.
some crucial situation.
I will still help the kids. For her, she can
On
forget
what
about
basis?
it.
On what basis are you helping them?
So let's say because we know in America,
As a
there's no
grandma,
real grandma.
or on a humanitarian basis, or for the sake of your late husband.
Don't even say the husband name, please.
Fee, when you want, yeah, but the most say she wanted to do the man create, then talking about
He
sake of
is
little
his own. You know, you never hear people tell story about their body. I would be the one.
husband. Oh, Fee. But
No, but all joke aside, right? I was just playing for just now. But all joke aside, the children are innocent. On a humanitarian basis, I will make myself available. But where I go extra mile, and this is me just being seriously honest, because I deep down feel like you took a knife and gashed me in the heart. It doesn't matter what was going on. You could have told me before he passed. You had so many opportunities for us to talk. Whatever it is that was going on, let's just say, yeah, you met the man and you like him and you guys fell for each other. Woo-hoo. Let's talk about it. Mom, let the man be man enough and tell me, I met you, I wanted to be with you. Your daughter is who I want to be with. I would be angry. I'm a human being. I'll be angry. But at the end of the day, there's a family tree bent, but it can break, right? Get over it. But
but
I feel like the daughter had one, two, three, four, waited, and I almost could tell you, even though I'm not there, almost could tell you, she told him, I'm fortunate about you. I can't be, and you got putting myself in that category now. I'm fortunate about you. I can't be doing high and see anymore. You get no child with my mom, and da 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 da. It's time we tell the truth.
You will do
but
that?
but 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 okay. So earlier on, I talked about circumstances, and now you are speaking
Uh-huh.
now. You know, I mean, look, we don't want to divert from the topic, but we want to make it a little bit extensive.
Yeah.
So what if, okay, what if, because I mean, let's look at some of the those could be some of the effect, some of the negative effect of these, a lot of these older women, like 50-year-old woman getting 25 years old. Okay, so you bring a guy in the home. What if, let's look at it hypothetically. I'm just giving you an example. What if the woman was like, okay, and now she like going to her 60, and she got this young guy, maybe the guy is, I mean, it happen in your life, even in La Brea society. And you bring
Mhm.
this guy in the house. But your daughter and the guy around the same age. So if you look at the chemistry between your daughter and the guy, is is more at that equilibrium than you. There's a big difference. Like you can born this guy. So I mean, Fee, I mean,
I
it's
get
something
you, Papa. I
happening.
just say, Papa, just to get me.
Okay, the girl, the two people there, the ages are not far from each other. But the other woman who brought this guy, who got a guy in the home because she still want to be, that kind of person. I mean, it's something. If such a thing happen, there, I mean, will you still, I mean, you don't think you should
Well,
be
in the beginning, you will see it because you'll be looking at, it's all right, yeah, okay. So
able?
then that moment, you just let it be and say, hey, I understand. People, that's why I said women like instant kicking. That woman, she cannot tell me.
Mhm.
I promise you, I can bet you on anything. Yes, yes, yes. I can bet you anything. That woman, she had a thought and process that said, you know what, something's going on. They had a conversation. I can almost bet with you right now. They
Mhm.
had a conversation, and there was something going on, and she could tell, especially if she was living in our house the first time and she got pregnant. Something happened. They knew, but they lied about it and convinced her.
Yeah, that's what I
And
think too. That.
and she acted like she didn't know. Like in the African culture, when a child can live with you, which happens so many often times, the man sleeps with the daughter. When the girl get pregnant, the mother get mad at the child and say, "Hey, that my man, da da da, they get not coming here," and doing the blaming game. And then now the child's pregnant, they want to keep it within the family and keep the secret. No,
Yeah,
in my
some women love their husbands so much to the fact that
right,
they will not bring up the D's, some of the other things the men will
yeah,
do with their children,
that's
and they will
stupidity.
not bring it out. I mean, those things are happening, really, 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 they are happening, and they will not want to bring it out because they feel that if they do bring it out, it's try to ridicule the husband, it's try to disgrace them. So it's like the husband protector. Let me protect my husband's image and my family image, but forgetting to know psychologically is affecting the person who is being affected directly, psychologically. So
Right.
in that point, you have no choice. But it happened this way that probably the woman, she doesn't want to do anything about it. But these are things that happen in the society. And I told someone the last time, right? When we come here to we are not expert on any of these things, right?
Mhm.
But we are giving
Yeah.
our own personal views and experiences we had with other people. And these are all we tell people. We are not here to buy a view or to say, oh, we want 10, 50,000 person following all at the same time. No. And I told somebody if we were on this show here and digging into person's home affair, how the man left his woman and went to the other girlfriend play and the girlfriend left, they've been blah, blah, blah,
The
blah,
play
blah.
will be packed.
Start digging, talking,
Oh, will be the hottest cheese.
bringing
Yep.
up gossip and G's. You see, our show will be all over the place. They will start
True.
sharing all the new G's. And, but things that affect our daily lives, that affect the society, when we discuss, we don't care.
Nope.
But people just want to be listening to gossip,
Yep.
people affect CC and Menti, Bravo
Oh,
Bangura, the other person, Charisma. That's all the nonsense they want to be listening to.
you know what? But let me tell you, Andrew. Seriously, I'm not a drama-filled person, but they
Sometimes
rather
I watch
Bengra,
it. I
they
watch it. I
they
will laugh there.
they rather Bengra and charismatic. I've been enjoying it. Peter, I can but man,
Some
sometimes
me, I don't follow it. When it comes to
sometimes
talent and see, I can pass my way.
when come for work, I'm stressed up. Sometimes you really need some of these people to really
No, no, no,
fill you
no,
up.
no, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that
Yeah,
we should not do it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when we discussing things of substance, things that
true.
have
Right.
moral issue, things that have to do with the society, that affecting our daily life. These are things we focus on. People should come and learn and listen to us too here. You know,
Yeah.
but if we were discussing, I'm saying, if we were discussing things that are such, you could see the place be jam packed, the room not going to be filled, it won't have space. That's my point.
Yeah, that's true. But man, yeah. So I'm about to go do some clean up. Let
Yeah,
me
I
just do
think we're about to close. So it's
my,
7, going
my
to
last
7:30.
talk. So yeah, I mean, God, that's a great topic. I think answer to the question. Because as a mother, I mean, as a woman, that happened, I think yeah, the responsibility would be, I still maintain that the daughter bears a good portion of the responsibility, the highest portion of it. Then next is the father, is the stepdad, because I think he should have had that level of tolerance. He coming in the home, he knows that a woman already got a, you have to prepare yourself for those kinds of things. You know that a woman got an adult daughter, and I mean, you know that there will be temptation and other things. I think he should have prepared himself for it. I don't know if he did. And then the mother too. My problem is where she was kind of like inattentive to a lot of things, her surrounding. I don't know, maybe the guy was one of those stay-home dads. She like, oh yeah, you're young, it's okay. I'm jealous. I don't want you to go to work. I would do all the work and just stay home. I don't want no woman pressing you. Just cook and clean. I mean, they got people like that in society. They got women who don't want their men to work. I mean, I just had a friend visit me a few times. That's why he told me his wife make a lot of money. I mean, the boy Bullet told me. He said, "What are you working for?" I mean, all my woman making. My woman is I mean, she got a degree. She almost gonna be a doctor. And I got probably said it. And people say, well, there's nothing wrong with it. But for me, it's
There's
just
something
one.
wrong with it. Please,
Yeah,
something wrong with it.
I
yeah,
can do
He
that.
will
I can
never
do that.
respect you.
I can
yeah.
do that.
So I mean, he's a stay-home dad, and he proud of it. But
Let
love
me
it.
go
Oh,
and make something and put something in my pocket. Nobody
yeah,
gonna control me how I use my finances.
yeah.
You're not
So
gonna dictate to me when to give me money, or if I don't, if I wanted to do other things with it.
yeah, so that's the thing. I think the women should be attentive. You can't be careless. You can't trust. Like Dewey said, don't trust no one. Don't even trust yourself. So
Yeah.
I think the mother, yeah, I think the mother was too, yeah, I think she was too. There were red flags there with the children, the plenty of children, with the kind of different story of the father resettlement story. I think she was caught up on it, but I think she was kind of a little bit careless. So yeah, like I said, I would get a good percentage to her, to the daughter, because I mean she hurt her mother, and she created that rift. Like, look at people like Fee now, Fee saying, Fee refusing to accept the children. Now let's look at the role of those innocent children too. Imagine those
Her,
children can't even go
her,
to the,
her grandchildren.
yeah, grandchildren. You can't even go to grandma. You know how much children want to go to the grandma. Let me hear today. My wife mother is the one watching her grandchildren. The children love their grandparents. But let hear Fee finish rejecting the children. Fee say, I cross your out of my book. I ain't know you. I don't care what can happen to you. You can
No,
a tsunami can come in a state. Say you're on your own. So that's
no,
how.
no, no. Stop it now.
But
I'll bring in food and water, and I'll go back to my place, please. But I will not
okay,
be babysitting, please.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
I will
Yeah,
not
that's
be
what I said.
babysitting.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I mean, thank you. Let me
No
get my
Christmas to my house. Nobody coming for Christmas. I find nobody give.
Oh no, waiting for grandma to come. Grandma, you call grandma. Let me get grandma number.
Ah, okay. I mean, it's for me. It was a beautiful show that we had,
It
right?
was.
We bring the topic up, to discuss, things that happen in our society on a daily basis, so that people can get an idea. Probably somebody going through
Yeah.
it in a
Stop
home,
right now.
somebody expressing, similar thing like that, but it's difficult for them to even bring it out, to say it, you know, and they finding the way to do it. But me, I think
Go to daddy.
on a scale of 10, I'm going to apportion 6 to the man, and apportion 3 to the girl, and 1 to the mother. Why? Somebody gonna
Why?
ask me. The reason is simple. The man, you should behave. You should be a responsible man. You should be a responsible man, knowing that the person you got married to is the person doctor. It could be you. Somebody could do that to your daughter. So you, the man, you responsible. You neglected your responsibility as a father, and you influence a child in all forms of manner. The mother is taking 1% or 1 out of 10 because she probably didn't do her due diligence to pursue her after the child had up to three children. She didn't do due diligence. She was not proactive as a mother. The girl, she was also irresponsible. She had three or 10. The reason is simple. We know women are weaker vessel, but she should have resisted it and call her father and mother immediately. Mama, this is what I'm going through. Your husband want to do X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to succumb to it. He keep intimidating me. But you left there and you had children by him. So you take 3 out of 10, and mother take one. The father himself take 60% because he bearing the full weight of the entire thing of being an irresponsible man who passing around bringing his zipper down and misbehaving on the children. So on that note, I want to close from my end that we bring out this topic to be able to discuss issues that are affecting our society and let people learn from it, that tomorrow they can be able to protect their family. We are here to protect family, to know how family behave and operate with their children and bring out their children. Sophie, I turn it over to you to conclude.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You guys, I wanted to comment, so even though my throat giving me hard time, I have a cold. But I'm glad we talked about this because I personally know someone who experienced the same thing. Not that extreme, but she didn't have a kid out of it. But her stepfather, approached her. At that time, she didn't even know the man before they met with the father, with the mom. So the mom didn't introduce this man to them. She came one time, her mom wasn't there, and the man was to the house and approached her, took the number, and they started carrying on. And they ended up, being intimate. And then she later on find out that was the man her mom's about to get married to. So but she never told her mom because of how well her mom talked about this man. And she kept that to herself. But then later on, when she went to the house, the man wanted to continue the relationship with her. And she said part of her didn't want to do it, but because she's already built that relationship with the man, she kind of started going out with him. And we all told her that was wrong. You have to stop that. If not, we will tell your mom if you don't tell her. And she ended up telling her mom. It was a huge problem, but at least her mom ended up leaving that man and they built a relationship together, she and her mom. And, they're fine now. But I say this because I know Anna has said in the beginning of the show, don't bring your kids around any man early. I don't think that's the right thing to do, honestly, in my opinion. I think if you're a single mom, not bring your kids around there on the first day or whatsoever. But once you decide this is the person you want to be serious with, you need to bring them around your kids in your presence so you can see their reaction. They need to agree. They have a say in who you end up with. So to kind of like avoid some of those, you can read people and your kids will be honest with you and tell you, I don't think, kids are honest. They'll tell you, I don't think this person is, and you should try to understand why. There are so many answers to a why somebody's saying certain things. It might not be one answer. There might be multiple answers. And you have to take that into consideration before you make your decision. Now, with this topic and the case study that we had today, yeah, you guys, I was being very emotional. And that's probably what I would do if eventually if stuff like that was in my case, God forbid, right? But as time goes on, when you sit, people say time's healed, right? As you sit and really try to analyze and try to understand, well, what did I do? Why did this happen? And try to get help for that individual. Because if your daughter is bold enough to sleep with the man that you sleep with, psychologically there's something wrong. You need counseling as a family. And I like that River Pro said, they need counseling. They do. Everybody that's involved need counseling. Something is wrong with the family functionality, how they're functioning as a unit. They need to talk about it. There's some heal on the heel wound. Maybe that man, he saw that growing up as a normal thing. And then to the daughter, she probably doesn't have that relationship with her mom to communicate when somebody approach her that's older than her or that she's involved. They haven't built that relationship. And in our culture, it's very hard for us to do that. So I think it's good that we talk about these things so people know that I'm sorry, my daughter's in party mode. Her birthday's coming around. But I just say this to say, I'm glad we talk about it. You know, everybody involved should go to counseling before they make any major decisions. Yeah, your emotions will be high and you're mad, but as you calm down and think about it, maybe if you go to counseling, you talk to someone who's outside of the family unit and just bare your soul, you're able to come up with a conclusion. And those innocent children are also happy as well because they need counseling too. They're going to grow up and know that, yeah, your father is your mom's mom's husband.
And they are
That's
your
a mom.
stepchildren.
Yeah, like that's crazy. And they're gonna get bullied in school. So it's better the work start getting done from when they're little and start talking to people about it and they all start to heal together and that's how everybody will be fine. So thank you for the topic. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you so much. We look forward to
Thank
seeing you
you.
guys back on the show tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You said?
Yes, 5 o'clock. And you guys, hopefully my voice will get better. I have a 3-day weekend. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah, sure.
counting. I'm gonna go get some medication. Hopefully my throat calm down.
Okay, thank you. So we meet
Okay.
tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for our viewers. Thank you, Riverside Pro. Thank you, Andrew. We'll be back here again. See you guys tomorrow by the grace of God. And happy first Sunday.
Yeah,
September
same
is
to you.
here.
Okay.
Bye guys. Bye. See ya. You guys.